This is a trick I learned as a kid from my uncle who used to make big batches of rice. Look how it smushes through, but it's not mushy and it's not raw. Today, I want to make your life easier in the kitchen, and I'm going to do that by showing you how to make perfect rice every time. Here I have 1 cup of basmati rice, and I'm gonna rinse it. So I put it into a strainer. Follow me over. If I wanted to put it into a bowl and run water over it and pour it out, I could. I just find this is a lot easier. So I have cold water, and I'm gonna place it over, and I wanna run my fingers through it, and you'll see that cloudy water at the bottom. When that runs clear, then I'm good to go. So this will probably just take about 20 to 30 seconds. Again, if you wanted to fill up a bowl and do it that way and pour the water out, you could, but I just find this way to be a lot more efficient and effective. Make sure you bring all the rice down from around the strainer, and you can see that water is now running clear. So now that this is done, I want to add this back into my bowl that's on my left, and this is how I've been cooking rice for a long time. So really nice and washed. I'm gonna take this now, add it to my bowl. A very important step when making basmati rice is to bloom it. And what does that mean? We're gonna add some water into this bowl, and it's going to gently absorb into the rice. It'll give our rice a head start, and this is what's called blooming. So for 30 minutes, I'll leave the rice just as it is. Now that our rice has bloomed for about 30 minutes, I'm gonna add it into my strainer. Let's make sure we get all the rice there. And I'm gonna go over to my stove now. I have 1 cup of basmati rice here, so I have 1.5 cups of water. You can see that it's already boiling, waiting for me. In goes our rice. Make sure you get all of the rice grains in there. We don't wanna waste anything. Now, here's a couple optional things you can do. I'm gonna add in a clove of black cardamom. If you wanted to add star anise, green cardamom, toast off some cumin seeds, a cinnamon stick, you can do all of this. You can also add in some turmeric to give it a really nice color. But if you wanna do nothing and keep it clean and simple, then please do that. I'm gonna add in 1 black cardamom, that goes in. A little nub of butter, about 5 grams or so. That goes in. I've reduced the heat now to a simmer, and I just want to move everything around. Now I'm going to cover it for about 12 to 13 minutes. And then I'm going to take a look at how it looks. Once we get to that stage, I'm going to shut the heat off and leave it for another 5 minutes. We're going to have perfect rice in just a few moments. 12 minutes later, let's take our rice off the heat. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. Look how beautiful this is. Look how it holds itself. There's no more liquid at the bottom, but there's one more step that I want to show you. And look at that beautiful black cardamom pod. Cover this rice and let it steam for another 5 minutes. And then we're going to take our last look at this perfect rice. Perfect every time. After 5 minutes off the heat, look how beautiful this is. This is perfect rice. Look how all the grains have separated, and look how bloomed and full the grains have become. Just to show you the doneness, I'm just gonna take a piece of rice. This is a trick I learned as a kid from my uncle who used to make big batches of rice. Look how it smushes through, but it's not mushy and it's not raw. So perfect rice every time, just a 12 minutes, 12, 13 minutes, and then 5 minutes. And we have beautiful rice that we can now add a nice curry to. We can wait tomorrow and make fried rice. We can serve this with an infinite amount of dishes. So follow this recipe for perfect rice. Don't make a mess like I'm doing it. And mad love.